First, before we go into the new album, I mean, your last album, I was wondering, do you still recall your first meeting?
I remember meeting him for the first time. Yeah. I was skateboarding.
Yeah.
And he was doing something else.
I was with a girl, right?
Yeah. And we got the same name, so he just shouted, "All right, Mike," and I stopped and I turned around and I seen him. That was the first time I met Pat.
Did you also skateboard?
No, I was with a girl.
And how did you get to play music from that meeting?
I was just a group of friends. Everyone played instruments, and Pat played guitar, and then I was in a band with Matt.
Yeah, we were all in separate bands, and then we just took the best bits and formed this one, I guess.
And if you recall your first meeting, what did you think of him?
Oh, that was pretty cool.
First what?
First meeting.
Pretty cool. And what do you think of him?
Oh, he's alright. Well, still buddies after
15
years.
Yeah.
Okay, and the first meeting and then the first moment that you actually made music together, how long was there in between?
I think you guys were already made some music, because I joined their band and I had to learn a couple of songs which they'd already written, which, I mean, they weren't the best back then, but it was still original material. And I remember I went to Matt's house, and we sat down and he went through the guitars with me and stuff, and I think it wasn't long after that we did an EP, wasn't it?
And were there any songs that you had to learn? Were they on the EP?
No, I think they were new ones, weren't they? No, there was, no, because we did one. There was a song, a slow one?
Oh, Wrong with Me.
Wrong of Me, yeah. It's a good song, that is.
Yeah, that was the first time I heard Padge play solos on a song.
Yeah, that was my very first solo. Fucking terrible.
Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
So what time are we speaking about? On 98 or 96, 97?
97.
It took you 7 years to release your first album. If you look back on the first 7 years, what did you do? What did you learn? What did you?
The first few years we were just writing stuff and playing wherever we could in and around the UK. The old pay-to-play vibe, you know, where you'd bust your ass all weekend just to play a show in front of 10 people. But that's what you've got to do, unfortunately. And then, you know, we kept writing music and eventually found a sound which we sort of latched onto, and then we started taking things a lot more serious then, and you know, rehearsing a lot more. And
are there certain turning points in those first 7 years? Can you say?
Forwards to Choke Upon.
Yeah, that was the
turning
first
point.
one. Yeah.
That was the one where it's like,
Sorry?
right, it's a song of ours called Forwards to Choke Upon, and when we wrote that, we found our direction, I think, musically. And then it wasn't long after.
Can you explain what sort of feeling did you know it immediately that you found your
Kind
direction?
of.
Were you looking for it before?
No, we were trying too hard. I think before we were following like a musical trend, and we wasn't being ourselves. And as soon as we just relaxed and started writing music,
I think we got to a point as well where we were so sick of doing the same old pay to play, and you know, we were holding down jobs, regular sort of day jobs and stuff, and combining the both was very difficult. And I think we went from writing sort of new metal music to this new sort of style, and it was a lot more aggressive and angrier and colourful, actually. So yeah, it was nice, different.
But well, maybe it's not that special, but I'm trying to see if it's how special the moment was. What sort of vibe were you in? What did you know afterwards? Who said what to each other? What?
I don't know, it just sounded and felt good. It felt like something we've never written before, so it was new and it was fresh for us, and it was exciting.
Yeah.
So you know, that was definitely a good turning point, and because I think many a times we were about to give up, you know, and it's so hard starting out and trying to get noticed. There was many times that we were ready to throw in a towel, but we held on for one more time, and it was good.
Can you maybe clip your mic onto your shirt?
Oh, it's falling down.
Yeah.
This is our bass player's microphone. It's tiny. Tag handed. There you go.
Yes, sounds good. What year are we talking about for this song? When did you write this song?
Wrote it in a church.
In a church?
Yeah. We used to rent out a church for a few hours every few days and just jam. And that's
Yeah.
where the song happened, in the church. An old damp, stinking, smelly church.
And
Yeah, it was
still do you still write in that church?
No,
No.
we don't write anymore.
It's all been written for you.
It's all written for us, yeah.
That's good. Okay, well then you released your first album in 2005, The Poison. Did you recently listen to it, to the album?
No, I haven't listened to that album for fucking years.
I never listened to an album once it's released, really.
No?
Because we have the album for a few months before it's released, so I listen to it then and make sure I know all the parts. After that, I don't listen to an album.
So what are your thoughts then? I was trying, maybe we can look back, a quick thought on each album, but I don't know if you can do it, The Poison. What are your thoughts on the album?
It's actually a very good point, actually. If we were to write another album, maybe we should do that, you know, just look back over our back catalogue and all get in a room, listen, take some notes,
Yeah.
and just take the best parts of every album and mash them all together into a new one.
What does it feel what are your thoughts on that album? If you look back now, was it fine recording? Were you excited? First
Excitement.
album?
Yeah, it was exciting.
Very exciting.
And it was fresh because obviously it was our first full length. And we'd never really been into I mean, we did do the EP, but in a real recording studio with a big producer and a nice budget and stuff. So, you know, that's the dream, I guess. Get into a big professional studio and seeing what you come up with.
And music-wise, songs?
I think they're great songs.
Yeah.
I think that it's a real signature sound on that album in particular.
So we had time. We had like all our lives to write all those songs, and then obviously once you release that, it becomes so big. And then you've got 6 months to write another one. That's kind of like when the pressure's on.
Yeah.
But did you have more in your back catalogue maybe for the second album?
No, because we put it all on the first album.
No, it could be, but sometimes maybe people have 30 or 40 songs, but you, okay.
No, everything we had, we put on the first album.
Does it feel then, because you said, well, you still had half a year to write the next album, Scream, Aim, Fire. Can you tell when you listen to that album or when you think back about the songs?
I was listening to a lot more of Slayer and Sepultura and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think looking back, I remember there was a lot of metal haters saying that sort of Bullet For My Valentine are not a metal band and all that sort of internet nonsense. But I think we took that to heart, being new to the game, and I think we thought to ourselves, right, let's write a faster, thrashier album and try and shut them out. But kind of didn't work out well, did it?
No, we had shit for that album as well.
Yeah.
Well, what did it do to you then, the criticism? What did it do, the criticism, after the first album?
It definitely makes you, it pisses you off at first, but then obviously you can't please everyone, so you just get thicker skin. Wasp.
Is he still there?
He's away.
He's gone now, he's up there. Bastard! You gone. Great band,
Edit.
horrible insect.
So, you were pissed off at first and then?
Thick skin.
Thick skin, and then just learn to deal with it, and you know, obviously
Suppose
every
it's,
album you do is going to have critics on it. So.
it's just initiation into the business in the grand scheme of things, especially with the internet these days. There's so many trolls and young kids older generation music,
The older generation is worse
Yeah.
than the younger generation.
but the older generation act as if they're fucking 12 years old.
Yeah.
Sometimes. That's not, you know, that's not how everyone feels, but whatever.
What are your thoughts on the music of that album, the second album?
I loved it.
Yeah,
I
you
did.
know, I don't think there's any piece of music we write that we don't like, as such. But it was interesting for me, especially because there was lots of solos and lots of lead work, which I hadn't really done before, so to speak. So that was pretty cool.